Okay, making sure I've got everything set up. Okay, so I'll have you come to a seated or a standing position. Okay, making sure the feet are under you, either grounded on the floor or on your chair. And we'll close the eyes if that feels right. And I just want you to take an inventory of your body today, of what feels good, what feels natural and fluid in your body, and what parts of your body seem and feel a little sticky to you, maybe feel a bit quiet to you. And I just want you to make a mental note for those areas that feel sticky or quiet, to really bring your attention there today when we do our body tapping. So really try to focus in on those areas, maybe give those areas an extra few taps than you normally would. Noticing how your neck and your jaw is feeling. You can wiggle those areas around. Noticing how your shoulders feel, how your stomach is feeling today. If you can sense your hips, your legs, and your feet. How is your back feeling? Go ahead and set your intention for class today. And on your next exhale, we'll open the eyes. Okay. Let's reach the arms up towards the ceiling. We'll interlace the fingers if we can. Inhale to shrug up. Exhale, slowly lower the arms down and start to roll and articulate the spine down towards the floor. Inhale at the bottom, and then exhale to roll up. As you start to lift up, the arms lift up, the ribs lift up. Inhale, and exhale, bringing the arms down and starting to roll down towards the ground. Inhale at the bottom, exhale, roll up. As you lift, your arms lift up towards the ceiling. Last time, inhale, everything shrugs up. Exhale, everything comes down as you roll yourself down. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, come back to a seated position. And we'll bring arms out to your side, palms facing forward. Okay. So you're going to bring right hand, and you're going to try to, don't move your left hand, but bring that right hand all the way over so your right hand touches your left hand. So you should be rotated to the left. And then you're going to glide that hand. I'm touching my arm all the way across my chest to open that arm out to my right again. And we're going to do that again. Close the arm, clapping that hand, rubbing from wrist to shoulder across the chest and opening up the hand to the other side. Yep, and again, close right hand to left hand, and then rolling that hand across, almost like you were pulling a bow and arrow back all the way over to the other side. Yep, close and open across the chest. Can we go quicker now? Close and open. Yep, close and open. Last one, close and open. Yeah, just giving yourself a target to hit. Go ahead and let the arms down, shake that out. And then we'll do the other side. Arms out again. So left hand closes and hits the right hand, rubbing wrist to shoulder across the chest and open. Yep. Close and open. Exhale, close. Inhale to open. Try to make that breath slow. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. So it's a nice continuous inhale as you slide that arm across the chest. Yep. And open. Let's do two more. Close and open. Last one. Close and open. Good. Let the arms down one more time. Give that a shake. We'll bring fingertips to that area under the collarbones and we'll find that gentle tapping. And I'm going to add a hum with you for this. Okay, so lips are closed, just breathing through your nose if you're able to do that. And you're going to bring out that hum for as long as you can. Keep going, keep going. When you need to, inhale through just your nose, and then exhale, continue with another hum. You could hum a favorite song, you could hum a couple of notes. Do one more breath. Good, and then release that. Okay, just notice how you're feeling, notice how that area feels, notice how your nervous system feels. We'll bring hands to your scalp and we'll give ourselves a scalp massage here. So using your fingernails or your knuckles, scratching and rubbing every inch of your head. If you've got a part of your skin on the top of your head that doesn't move as well, you can give that area an extra little bit of rub. I've got one spot in particular that's always a little sensitive. Okay, good, and then relax. And again, just noticing how the head feels, how the nervous system feels. We'll grab the ears and we'll find those gentle circles. So when you're doing these ones, you're just tensioning the ears enough in each direction where you feel that pull of the skin back. So this shouldn't be too, I don't want you to pull too hard. Yep, and then switch directions. Okay, good, and then release that. I always feel like I can hear better after I do that one. And then you're going to take your fingers or your knuckles, so I'm using my pointer fingers, and I'm going to bring them into that divot just behind my earlobes, just behind your earlobes. Yeah, fingers or knuckles. And I want you to start to nod your head into a yes nod. So nodding your head up and down. The reason I have your fingers here is because this is right where your axis is. This is right around the area of your first and your second cervical vertebra, which is where you have head flexion and neck flexion and extension, which is what we're doing right now. So I just want you pivoting around that point in your fingers. So don't throw the head back too far or down in either direction. Just try to stay within that range that's rolling around your fingers. Bringing your eyes with you. Okay, now pause. We're going to bring the vestibular system in. Lock your eyes on something in front of you and find that same yes nod, but keep your eyes locked on that thing in front of you. If you want to pick up the speed, you can pick up the speed. If you start to get dizzy, back off. So this is working with something called your vestibular ocular reflex. It's really good for balance, proprioception, all of the things. Yeah, go ahead and relax. Okay, just notice if anything is different for you. I'm gonna have you turn just your head to the right and just your head to the left. I just want you to go back and forth with each direction. Going a little out of order today. And then I want you to move your head in a full circle. Again, try not to throw the head and the neck back too far back. Just stay within a good range, taking a nice stretch as your head tilts to the side. And you're actively thinking about pulling your shoulder blades down and back so we really get that stretch through the side of the neck. Okay, good. Back to the center and relax. Great. Let's find a body tapping of the upper body. So we're gonna, starting at the chest, tapping, rubbing, whatever you wanna do today, working down the inside of the arm, out to the hand, and then working up the outside of the arm, all the way up over the shoulder. You can do that 3 times, working down the inside and up the outside. Go one more time. Down the inside. I'm using a karate chop. I thought I'd switch it up. Up the outside, getting around the armpits. Down that side of the body, so down the ribs. Give that area a rub. And then I want you to pause right there. So you've got one arm over your head. You're kind of rubbing your ribs. Now keep one hand on your ribs. And I want you to try to breathe into that area. So on your inhale, try to push that rib cage out. If keeping your arm overhead is too much work, you can always cross the arm over the chest. But you still have one hand on your rib cage. And as you inhale, try to blow up your ribs like you've got a balloon in your ribs. So that 3-dimensional breath. And then I want you to start to side bend over. So you're side bending, you're trying to open up those ribs more. Inhale and exhale. Just do one more like that. Inhale and exhale, and then pull yourself back to the center. Really nice. Let's find the body tapping on the other side. Working our way from the shoulder to the wrist on the inside, and then working up the outside. Just moving at your own pace. Remember, if this area of your body was maybe quiet for you, you're really focusing on this area as you tap. Getting the armpit, getting the ribs, and the side of the body. You can leave your arm up overhead, or you could cross it across your chest. Hand stays on the open ribs. Start to pull yourself into a side bend and inhale into those ribs. And exhale. Do you notice a difference from the other side? Inhale and exhale. Try to push that hand away with your inhale. And notice it sinks back with your exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. And bring yourself back to the center. Great. We're going to bring our hands to the belly. We're going to rub our belly in a clockwise direction. For those of you that have been taking this class for a while, I invite you to push a little bit harder. So if that even means instead of a rub, if that kind of turns into more of a poke in a clockwise direction, and just noticing where for you there's tenderness, and wherever there's tenderness, I just want you to hold, and then again breathe into that, just like we did with the ribs. Trying to breathe into that low belly. We're just giving the organs a little bit of love. This is a part of our body that is often ignored, but perhaps one of the most important parts when it comes to mobility and core work. Yeah, okay, good. So let that go for a sec. Again, just kind of reassess how the upper body is feeling now. And then we'll move into the lower body. So I'm going to have you tap going down the outside of the legs. We'll do both legs at the same time, and then coming up the insides of the legs. As a reminder here, feel free to slip your shoes and socks off if that is safe and accessible for you, so you can give a little bit of love to the feet. Last one, working down the outsides. And up the insides. And then I want you to come to the top of your legs. the very top of your thighs and give that area a rub. Okay, good. We'll come to the hands and then we'll finish up with some feet. So let's give the hands a rub, palms open or knuckles, whatever you can do. I want you to rub the backs of the hands. And then can you get in between the fingers? So kind of getting the webbing of the fingers, the sides of the fingers. I'm using kind of a karate chop to do this and just opening the fingers. If it's hard for you to open the fingers, don't worry about it. Just keep rubbing the hand. Okay, good. You're gonna push your arms forward towards me. Give me that stop sign signal, yeah? And I'm gonna have you go right into a horizontal figure 8 with your wrists, exaggerating your fingers as you move through this. So opening and spreading the fingers like they're on a roller coaster. Okay, switch direction. I'm going to throw in a little bit of coordination here. So I want you, doesn't matter which side, so we're going to do this with both sides. I want you to keep doing that horizontal figure 8 with one hand. If your shoulder gets tired, you can bring that figure 8 in a little bit closer to you. And then I want you to take your other hand and lift it up towards the ceiling and tap your knee. Same side, tap your knee on the same side. Yep. Lift that hand up towards the ceiling, tap your knee. Lift up and tap. Now lift up, tap the opposite knee. Lift up, tap the same knee, lift up, tap the opposite knee. Yeah, and I just, oh gosh, and I just want you to try to pick up the pace with that without letting that figure 8 get messed up on the other side. Yep, this is good for your brain, it's good for your coordination, it's good for your nervous system. I'm having to stay with a quite slow movement or I mess up. Okay, last one. And then let's switch sides. Find the figure 8 on the other hand. Okay, now pause, switch directions with that hand. So I'm making you go in your more challenging direction. Okay, good. Okay, other hand comes up to the ceiling, tap the knee on the same side. Up to the ceiling, tap. And if you're standing, you could also make this kind of a single leg balance exercise where you're lifting that knee as you bring your hand to it. Okay, now tap the opposite knee, hand lifts, tap the same knee, hand lifts, tap opposite knee. And meanwhile, that figure 8 is still going nice and smooth. Notice, I see some people getting confused with this one. Yeah, just do your best coordination-wise here. Okay, and last one. Okay, good. Bring the arms down, shake the arms out. I should have made you do the alphabet as we were doing that one. I'll do that next time. Okay. Let's bring hands behind the bed. We're just going to do one more spinal mobility and then we'll move on. If hands behind the bed is challenging for you, you can also cross the arms over the chest. Yeah, whatever works for your shoulders. I want you to find a side bend in one direction. So again, we're opening the ribs up on the opposite side and then side bend the other way. Okay, inhale to side bend, exhale center, inhale side bend, and exhale center. Inhale side bend, exhale center, side bend, and center. I'm going to layer on. I want you to side bend. Now rotate towards the side that you're side bending. So if I'm side bending right, I'm going to rotate down towards the floor on the right, come back to the center. Side bend left, rotate down towards the floor on the left, and center. Side bend right, rotate right, and center, side bend left, and rotate left, and center. Side bend to rotate, side bend to rotate. Let's do one more each side. Side bend, rotate, and side bend, rotate. Okay, good. Back to the center and relax. Awesome. Okay, we're gonna do, I'm grabbing this prematurely here. Let's just do a quick check and recheck here. So let's start with an overhead arm raise. So for those of you that are just joining for the first time, we just do a kind of a movement assessment and reassessment in the beginning and near the end of class, just to see what is helping us. Are these drills improving our movement? Are they not making a difference? Are they making our movement worse? Yeah, so you're just noticing your ease of movement, your speed of movement. You're noticing if one side is harder or easier than the other. Okay, good. We'll find shoulder internal and external rotation. So hands are in a goalpost position as we rotate the wrists up and down. Yeah, and you can look at your hands comparing sides, noticing how that's feeling for you. Great. Okay, hands to the center. Remember, if palms straight out in front of you is kind of hard, you can also cross your arms over your chest. We'll rotate to the right. This is for our thoracic rotation, and then rotate left. And actually, that is already feeling better for me. So give that a few rotations on each side. Notice what's challenging or sticky for you. Good. And I want to add in a different one here. So seated up tall, I'm just going to have you tilt your head to the left. And then tilt your head to the right. And you're just noticing, again, your range of motion as you tilt back and forth. Does one side feel stickier than the other? Try not to do this from the shoulders. Try to just do this from your neck. Yeah. Okay, so just noticing a difference there. If you're a standing athlete, you could be doing sit to stands. You could be doing a hip hinge, double leg, or single leg. You could be doing a single leg balance. And if you're on the floor, you could be doing a push-up or a bridge, a hip bridge of some sort. Okay, so let's grab our letter ball or our ball-shaped movement of some sort. Yeah. If you play this game with, yeah, awesome. Oh, nice. I see some people got this. Cynthia, that's awesome. It looks like more of the Move United kits are coming. Those are those free exercise kits that people are coming. That's great. Yeah, you just have to throw some Sharpie letters and numbers on there. Okay, so if you play this game with me often, I want you to go right into playing letter ball with yourself. Okay, if you're new here, you'll just stay with me. So ball is into the chest. You're going to bring it away from you. It doesn't matter where you bring it away from you. Your head and your eyes turn and look at the ball. And I see a C, so I say C. Bring the ball into your chest. Bring that ball out at a different angle. Head and neck turn, 2, and I bring it back in. Bring it out at a different angle, 3, and I bring it back in. So you're just moving. Oh, that's awesome, yeah. Okay, so you're just moving that ball all the way around you, bringing it into your chest each time, reading the letter or the number as you pull it away from you. And you're trying to do like a 360-degree angle around you. So you're really trying to move your whole body with that ball as you move it around. If you're able to, you can start to play catch with yourself, where you stop the ball right where you catch it and you read the letter or the number. You can use a wall, play against a wall. You can use a partner if you've got a partner available to play with. And just making sure that if you're playing with yourself, you're still trying to throw that ball all the way around you. So we're not ignoring any of the corners. We're not ignoring any areas for your eyes and your body to look at and to move to. Yeah, I'm just gonna watch people here. Okay, so I'm gonna start to layer on with this one. And I'm gonna have to remember these layers because I think last time I forgot. Okay, so if you see a letter when you catch it, so if I see an A, I want you to say the letter that is 3 letters after it. So A, B, C, D, so I would say D instead of A, okay? Bring it out again. If I say B, if I see a B, I would say E, okay? So you're gonna say the letter that is 3 letters after what you actually catch. 3 letters after. Likewise, if you see a number, you're going to say a number that you add the number 4 onto it. So if I catch a 3, I would say 7. If I catch a 2, I would say 6. Okay? So add 3 letters to the letter and add the number 4 to the number, and that's the number I want you to say, and I want you to make it as quick as you can, so that your brain is having to work for you here. Maybe we'll just do 10 more throws or so. I'm just gonna watch people here. Yeah, there we go. Nice, Barbara, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, maybe just a couple more throws. Okay, and go ahead and relax. Great. I'm gonna have you grab your pencils now. Okay. So bringing the pen, let's see. You know what, actually, we only need 1 for now. You can still hold on to the other, but we're just gonna use 1 to start here. Okay, we're gonna start with the pencil push-ups. So we're bringing these back into our drills. So if you know what you're doing, I want you to go right into it. Otherwise, I'll explain and get a little closer to the camera. So holding the pencil out at arm's distance. And for those of you that are blind or visually impaired, I'm gonna give you a different one, so just bear with me here. So hand out in front of you, looking at the tip of the pencil. I want that tip of the pencil to land right between your 2 eyes. Slowly bring that pencil in towards your eyes. The second you start to see 2 pencils, stop, and then pull it away, okay? So I only want you pulling it in as close as you can where you still see 1 pencil the whole time. Remember, it's okay if that pencil goes blurry, but I still want you to see 1 pencil. If you find that you're able to bring that pencil all the way into your nose, then that's awesome. Maybe just increase the speed at which you're doing it, if you're able to bring it all the way into your nose. Okay, for folks that are blind or visually impaired, so only take this if you're blind or visually impaired, you're going to be holding that pencil out in front of you, and your whole body and head and neck are going to be drawing a big circle in front of you, so as if there was a big piece of paper on the wall and you were trying to draw a big circle, and you're going to be circling your whole body around, but I want your head to stay connected. I want your nose basically to stay connected with the pencil. So maybe do 4 to 6 circles in one direction, 4 to 6 circles in the other direction. You're only going to take that option if you're blind or visually impaired. Otherwise, I want you doing the pencil push-up. Okay? Yeah. That's working more of the vestibular system, whereas the pencil push-up is working more of the visual system. If you get dizzy or nauseous, please back off and take a break. Let's maybe just do 2 more repetitions wherever you are, because I know you've been doing this the whole time that I've been talking. Okay, and go ahead and relax. All right, you can set the pencil down. And let's do a quick movement reassessment here. So we'll bring both arms overhead, noticing if that made a difference. In any way, shape, or form, ease, speed of movement, less pain, less stickiness. Okay, let's bring that to shoulder internal and external rotation. Noticing a difference there. Arms out in front of you for thoracic rotation, rotating one way and the other. I'm just checking in with that. Arms can be across your chest if that's easier for your shoulders. Okay, let's see, what am I missing? Our head tilts. So tilting your head one way, tilting your head to the other way, and just noticing if that feels easier or different or maybe even harder for you. Remember, try not to move the shoulders here, it's just your head going back and forth. If you're a standing athlete, you're doing your sit to stands or your single leg balance or your hip hinge. And if you're on the floor, remember you can do push-ups, push-ups or bridges. Okay. So let's just take a quick break from some of that work. We'll do a little bit more spinal mobility here. So we're going to take the arms and we're going to give ourselves a really big hug. And I want you to bring that all the way into a roll down, as low to the floor as you can. And I want you to pause and I want you to breathe into that area in between your shoulder blades. We're just going to do a couple more breaths there. Breathe right into the middle of your shoulder blades. Take one more breath. And then slowly pull yourself back up. Bring your hands behind your back. You can interlace the fingers. And then take another roll down towards the floor. So now your hands, as you roll down, your hands kind of float up towards the ceiling. Or they're interlaced. And then pull yourself back to an upright position. Okay, good. Give the arms a little bit of a shake here. I just realized we didn't give the feet a rub. That's okay, we'll skip that for today. Okay, we're gonna cross the arms over the chest. So doing a little bit more vestibular work here. If you have done this in the past, you know what pace to start with. If this is your first time doing this, move slowly at first, do less repetitions. Remember, it's okay if you get dizzy, but we just wanna back off. We just wanna take a break the second that we start to get dizzy. Okay, so last week we were doing this quick rotation back and forth. So I'm bringing my head and my neck with me as my whole body quickly rotates left, right, left, right, left, right. Okay, for those of you doing that, you can stay with that. If you're standing or if you're in a wheelchair that is easily able to spin, I want you to spin maybe 3 or 4 times in one direction. You would pause and reassess. 3 or 4 times in the other direction. I want you to bring your eyes with you no matter which movement you're doing, okay? So if you're turning back and forth quickly or if you're spinning around, bring your eyes with your head in whatever movement you're doing, okay? Yeah, so that's better. Yeah, nice, Helene, there you go. Okay, everyone go ahead and take a break. I feel like, again, people's endurance is getting better, so that's good. Okay, so just giving your eyes a little bit of a break. I'm gonna change it just a little bit now, and I want you to move your body in a big circle around you. So dipping your chest, so my hands are across my chest, dipping to the floor, up to the ceiling, dipping to the floor and up to the ceiling. You can make this motion, again, as fast as you want and as big as you want. The faster and bigger the movement is, it's basically like lifting more weights for your vestibular system, okay? So it's gonna make the movement harder. Do an even number in both directions. If you feel, and I'll have everybody doing this for those that are standing, seated, and or blind and visually impaired. Okay, so I want you to pause if you've done both directions. So spinning a circle in one way, spinning a circle in the other way, and just pause for a sec. What direction was harder for you? I want you to do a few extra circles just in the direction that was harder for you, that maybe made you a little bit more dizzy. If you don't know what direction that is, don't worry about it. Go with your instinct and just keep circling. Otherwise, I want you to do that harder. Most of us are going to have a harder direction to circle to. Remember to stop and take a break when you get dizzy. Maybe just do 1 or 2 more. I know my talking really adds on a lot of repetitions to this kind of work, so move at your own pace here. Yeah, and then go ahead and relax. Okay, let's give the inner ear and the eyes a little bit of a break here. And I'm gonna bring back some coordination. Okay, so we're gonna tap the knees and then cross the chest. Tap the knees, cross the chest and the other way. Knees, cross, knees, switch the cross. Okay, so this is probably looking familiar for those of you that have been with me for a while. So I just want you to keep doing that. We're just going to get into that rhythm. Knees, cross, knees, switch the cross. Okay. As you do this, I want you to turn just your head to the right. Turn just your head to the left. Turn just the head to the right and to the left. Now, can you turn more of your body to the right and more of your body to the left? So you're still tapping. You're just adding a little bit more of a rotation through the body, but still try to keep that rhythm. Okay, I'm gonna add on 2 more layers. You can take it or leave it. We're tapping a little bit more into cranial nerves for this next one. When you rotate to the right, poke your tongue into the right side of your cheek. When you rotate to the left, poke your tongue into the left side of your cheek. So your tongue and your eyes are leading the way as you rotate. You're still staying with that rhythm. Okay, keep going. I'm going to layer on. You cross, you tap the knees, you switch the cross, you tap the knees, you tap the head, and then you go back into it. Knees cross, knees switch the cross, knees tap the head. Yeah, can we do that same movement with the tongue, with the rotation? Let's just stimulate all of the cranial nerves in the body. Okay, okay, you ready? So find that rhythm. Let's just start that rhythm. Knees, cross, knees, switch the cross, knees, head. Knees, cross, knees, switch the cross, knees, head. Poke your tongue into the right side of your cheek. Start to rotate. Oh gosh, I think I messed up already. And then come back to the center. Poke your tongue into the left side of your cheek and start to rotate. Back to center. Definitely made some mistakes. Tongue into the right side of the cheek. Turn and rotate. Keep the rhythm. Keep the rhythm. Tongue into the left. Rotate. Keep the rhythm. Talking and doing this is hard. I want you to do maybe 4 more rotations total. Keep that rhythm. 4 more rotations. Really poking the tongue into the cheek for each of these. Bring your eyes with you as you rotate. Bring your eyes with you. And when you've done those 4 total, you can just relax. No rush, take your time. I'm just gonna making sure everyone's good here. If your brain feels confused, you're not alone. Nothing makes me feel more ridiculous than when I can't do some of these patterns. I promise you, you're not alone. I had a really hard time with that one too. Okay, coming all the way back to the center, let's just give the whole body a shake. Let your jaw go. Yep. Giving your shoulders a little bit of a shake. Letting the breath go. Okay, good. We're going to reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Let everything shrug up again on your inhale. And then as the arms lower, bring your body into a roll down all the way to the floor. Just pause here for a second. Take a few breaths into the backs of the ribs. And then as you lift your body, lift your arms. Inhale, shrug the ribs up. And exhale, roll down again. I want you to pause on this roll down. And I want you to nod your head yes. So nod your head up and down. Okay, and then relax your head and then shake your head left to right as if you were saying no. Try to relax the left neck muscles. Just make this easy. Make it really easy for yourself. Okay, and then slowly roll yourself back up again. Yeah. Tilt your head to the right, opening up the left side of your neck. And then roll your head forward, tucking your chin into your chest. Roll to the other side. Try to pull those shoulder blades down and back. Roll the head over to the other side. Open the neck. And roll your head back over. This is the last one. Good, come back to the center. We'll make sure the feet are grounded on the floor or the chair. We'll close the eyes if that feels right. See if you can bring your breath all the way down into your low belly. You can put your hands on your low belly if that helps. And then taking inventory and noticing what in your body feels good right now. What in your body feels different. Thanking your body for all that it does. I want you to think of one thing you're grateful for today that's maybe has something to do with your movement. We'll take one more inhale, one more exhale, and we'll open the eyes. Great, thank you so much for joining today, everybody. Let me scoot in here. So just as a reminder, we have, as a reminder first for these classes. So remember, we provide these classes free for Borp, but if you're able to make a donation, Sarah Dawn will post a link below to the class. And then we've got our big annual fundraiser, the Borp Revolution Ride, coming up the first weekend of October. You have a couple different options with COVID related. We're doing it different than we did last year, where you can still ride your bike just out and about. Or you can join one of our virtual classes that we're going to have going. We've got a pretty robust virtual class schedule for those few days. So check out that schedule, see how you can help participate. And yeah, let us know if you have any questions. And then let me know if you have any questions from the class. And I'll go ahead and unmute everybody. Okay, great. How's everyone doing?
Thanks.
Great.
Woohoo.
Great. Awesome. Cool. I'll be on if anyone has any questions, but have a great rest of your week. Have a safe weekend. Oh yeah, Sarah Dawn says stand by for the link. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we will see you all next week.
Thanks.
Oh,
Thank you, Rachel.
yeah, of course. Lori, did you have a question? I see that your hand icon. Okay, maybe she's, yeah, okay, no worries. Great, well, thanks for joining, everybody. Bye, Cynthia, see ya.
Yeah.
Bye, Stella.
Bye, Rachel. Thank you.
Yeah, of course, see you, Claudia.
Okay. I was trying to unmute me, Rachel, and I missed the button. So.
Oh, okay.
But I do have a question. You were talking about a lecture that you were doing that you were going to tell us more about this week.
Yes. Let me pull up the